everybody. Welcome to the Experience Health Podcast. My name is Rachel, the host of the Experience Health Podcast and an online holistic health coach, helping high achievers build muscle and lose fat while eliminating bloating, chronic fatigue, and disease. So today we're going to be diving into 8 signs that you have a strong metabolism. So without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so the first sign that you have a strong metabolism is having an appetite upon waking. You've probably seen the intermittent fasting craze where people are like, I'm not even hungry in the morning, so I'm just gonna try intermittent fasting to accelerate fat loss and do whatever they think that intermittent fasting is doing for them. However, what happens is you live every single day in a state of fight or flight with heightened stress hormones, because then you have to get through your entire morning without any fuel. Your body is like, what's going on? We need some fuel here. Let's pump some stress hormones out. And then you're living in fight or flight every single day. So what you need to do is to wake up and eat within an hour of a protein and fat and fiber full meal. That was kind of a weird way to say that. And optimally, you should be hungry in the morning. And if you have an appetite when you wake up, that means you have a healthy, strong metabolism. If you don't have an appetite, that doesn't mean that you don't need food in the morning. That means that your metabolism is struggling a little bit and you need to work on it, okay? So first things that I would say to do if you do struggle with a low appetite in the morning is to eat more food. Get something in the morning. Make sure that it has protein, fat, and fiber. Something that I'll instruct my clients to do in the morning if they have a hard time eating, let's say meat or eggs, is to have a protein smoothie. That way they get fiber in, they get good carbohydrates, they get protein, and they also get fats if you make sure that you put fats in there. And it's typically easier for people to eat in the morning. So that is the first sign that you have a strong metabolism. And if you don't have this sign, what to do about it? The second thing is that you can gain and lose weight pretty easily, intentionally. So the goal, of course, is for your body to be able to have a healthy set point weight, right? But if you don't have a healthy set point weight and you're restricting food, working out all the time and still gaining weight, that's a sign that your metabolism is off. Or if you're underweight trying to eat food, a lot of food, and you're still not gaining weight, that is also a sign that your metabolism is off. So what you want to do if you are experiencing this, I would say, is definitely go through a reverse diet to speed up your metabolism if you are struggling with losing weight despite what you were eating, because quite frankly, your metabolism is just too slow, okay? So that's what you can do if you have a hard time losing weight, pretty much no matter what you're eating, if that makes sense. Of course, obviously, if you're not losing weight, it's because you're not in a deficit. But even if you are eating 1,200 calories consistently and not losing weight, you're still not in a deficit, but that means your metabolism has downregulated so much. That's why you're not in a deficit. So anyway, the third sign that you have a strong metabolism is you have bowel movements 1 to 3 times per day. If you do not have consistent bowel movements, that means that your metabolic processes have likely downregulated, and your gut health is probably worse. And the gut health can affect the metabolism, can affect the hormones and every other area of the body. So making consistent bowel movements is a way bigger indicator of health and longevity than people tend to take credit for, I guess. That's not quite the right way to say that, but I think you know what I mean. And so it's really, really important to understand if you're having more than 3 and it's loose, that's something to be concerned. And if you're having less than at least 1 per day, then your motility is incredibly decreased, and that can lead to increased inflammation in your gut, potentially SIBO or gut dysbiosis, intestinal permeability, and a bunch of other issues, like if it has inflammation for too long, that can potentially lead to like Crohn's disease and stuff like that. And we obviously don't want that. So making sure that you keep your bowel movements consistently is extremely important. Now, the fourth one is that you have thick and shiny hair. So if you have a healthy metabolism, your hormones will be optimized, your gut health will be good, and all of those things positively affect the growth of your hair naturally, okay? If you have an excess of hair growth in areas, especially for females, that you're not supposed to have hair, like on your face or chest or whatever, then that is a sign that you have high androgens, and that could potentially be pointing towards something like a PCOS situation, okay? And that's something that you want to pay attention to. But you want to have luscious locks, nice and thick eyebrows, and if you don't, that does mean that your metabolism is likely, as I said before, downregulated, or what they call damaged, although I hate using that word. And so this will be really important. I would definitely, number one, take a look at your hormones and your gut health. Again, hormones and gut health go synonymously with your metabolism because they all affect each other, and they're pretty much synonymous, if that makes sense. If you have a terrible gut, you're likely going to have a terrible metabolism. If your hormones are dysregulated, that will affect your metabolism, depending on the hormones. But anyway, so I would definitely take a look at your gut and your hormones. Thyroid, for example, is a really common one that can lead to hair loss. So those will be things that you'll want to focus on, along with decreasing inflammation, making sure that you're getting the right nutrients in, you don't have any micronutrient deficiencies, lots of protein, lots of healthy fats to help support hormone production, and eating anti-inflammatory foods. The fifth one is that you have consistent energy throughout the day. So having an optimal metabolism will help in producing enough ATP to keep your energy stable throughout the day. If you have a downregulated metabolism, this likely will also coincide with downregulated energy as well. So to increase your energy, you'll want to increase your metabolism. So since we're on the topic of nutrition, definitely make sure that you fuel your body properly, balance your blood sugar, make sure that you get a lot of sleep in, make sure that you are managing your stress effectively. Of course, take a look at your gut health, your hormonal regulation. Those would be like the first places that I would go. Along with, since we're talking about energy, focus on nervous system regulation, which just coincides with stress management, along with everything else, but let's just be honest here. So that will be another thing that you'll definitely want to pay attention to if you are noticing that you have like chronic fatigue or low energy or inconsistent energy levels. The sixth sign is that you have plump, clear skin. So if you have skin issues, again, if your metabolism is off, your hormones are off, and your gut health is likely off as well. If you have a terrible gut, that will likely lead to hormonal dysregulation, which will lead to bad skin. So whether that be like psoriasis, eczema, acne. So if you are having skin conditions like that, and even like wrinkles can also be a sign of, like, people naturally get wrinkles, right? But excessive wrinkles can also be a sign of dysfunction in the body as well as you age. So with that being said, I'm not going to reiterate what I mentioned before, but I guess I am. Make sure that you fuel your body properly, okay? Heal your gut, optimize your hormones. Take a look at your androgens. Because high androgens can lead to excess oil production, which can lead to acne. Inflammation is a huge thing when it comes to skin issues, because all skin issues are caused by inflammation. So focusing on figuring out what's causing the inflammation and decreasing inflammation is extremely important. So getting your body out of fight or flight, eating anti-inflammatory foods, optimizing your lifestyle, optimizing your drainage pathways, reducing toxic load. Those are really good places to start. If you have literally no idea what I'm talking about, shoot me a message and I can explain that a little bit, because I know I'm kind of using like catchy words, but it will take a little bit too long for me to explain those in this podcast, and I want to get through the science. So if you have any questions on those, please let me know, and I would love to explain that to you specifically if you have a question. So the seventh one is that you have a stable mood. All right, this goes back to hormones and gut health, okay? If you have bad gut health, The gut-brain connection is absolutely insane. You've probably heard of the gut being like a second brain. The connection that the gut has to the brain is literally so cool. But if you have a bad gut, there's a very, very, very high likelihood that it is also going to be affecting your mental health, your mood, and you might notice anxiety. I said that really weird. Depression, you might notice mood swings, irritability, you might be easily angered, maybe you'll be easily saddened, whatever. Having those big mood swings or mental health struggles is a very common sign that you have gut issues, okay? And of course, like hormonal dysregulation, okay? All of this is so connected. It's so cool. So make sure you see if there's any specific issues going on in your gut. Regulate your nervous system, okay? That's huge, especially when it comes to these mood swings. Gut health, along with hormonal regulation. A lot of your hormones are created in your gut. That is why your gut has such an impact on your hormones, in case you guys are curious. So those would be places that I would definitely start if you are noticing mood swings. Mood swings are typically telltale signs. Is that how you say that? I don't know. But they're typically signs that you have possibly estrogen dominance. That's a very common thing that people have when they have estrogen dominance, maybe low progesterone. So taking a look at your female sex hormones, like getting a panel done, or even just doing a quiz, but I love having the data to back me, can be a really, really wonderful idea to see what specifically is going on there, to understand what you specifically need in order to heal. All right. The eighth and last sign that you have a healthy and strong metabolism is that you have consistent, painless periods. If you have cramps, if you have irregular cycles, if you have heavy cycles, if you have long cycles, short cycles, if you have PMS symptoms, then those are all signs that your hormones are dysregulated, your metabolism is likely not feeling very good, okay? And it can also be signs of gut issues too. Again, everything is tied back to the gut because the gut influences so much here. So with that being said, if you have those signs, a common thing that many people notice that they have is estrogen dominance, but others could even notice androgen dominance, such as people who have PCOS, as I mentioned before. And so it's really important to understand what your labs are and what you specifically have, because a lot of these symptoms can be tied, like a lot of these symptoms can be in a lot of different specific disorders or dysregulation that you may have. So it's really important to understand the symptoms as a whole and how they coincide together when it comes to the health of your body and what specifically is going on, so that you can understand what you need in order to heal. So these are all signs that you have a strong metabolism, and a strong metabolism is essential for maintaining healthy weight, optimized hormones, and a stable immune system, along with a healthy gut. So if you have just one of these signs off, then it is vitally important that you start now, okay, in healing your body. Please don't just try to wait a few years to figure it out on your own, because it's going to be difficult. And honestly, there's no use in waiting if you could have the answers now, okay? Because hair loss, mood swings, skin issues, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, weight loss resistance, maybe excessive weight loss, low appetite, these are all signs that may be common, but they are not normal. They're not healthy. Okay, so if you want to uncover the root causes of your health issues, to discover what you specifically need to overcome weight loss resistance, heal your gut, optimize your hormones, and finally achieve your goals, make more money, and become the person that you want to be, I can help you do so through my Experience Health program, where you will get triple accountability, community support, and personalized holistic health protocols, where we will focus on optimizing your lifestyle, nutrition, stress management, movement, with of course personalized programming as well, to help you in healing your body effectively. So if you want to learn more, DM me the word health on my Instagram at Rachel's Fitness LLC with 2 A's. I'll talk soon.